KP's Kingdom, cooking with KP. Today I'm going to show you how I make my country styled gravy with chicken. A really nice and tasty dish, this one. First thing I've got is around about half a cup's worth of flour. You can use self-raising or plain, it doesn't really matter. Now the next thing I'm going to add in is around about 2 to 3 teaspoons worth of a general purpose seasoning, just something that I bought from my local supermarket. Okay, I'm going to give that a quick little stir like that. Nice and easy. Now the next thing I'm going to do is spice this up. I'm trying to go after a KFC type flavour. I'm going to add in a good dose of ground white pepper, just like I'm doing right there, probably around about half a teaspoon's worth, maybe a little bit more, and around about half of that again in ground black pepper. Right, I'm just going to add that straight in on top of all of our flour. Once again, give it a quick little stir, and that's going to give us a really good kernels type flavoured style gravy. It does taste like the KFC gravy, believe me. Right, I've got some chicken thighs. I'm just going to put that straight into our flour and spice mixture like that. We want to make sure we get that flour into every little nook and cranny into that chicken thigh. Okay, now it's going to take you a couple of minutes to do this, but once you've done it, it's going to be worth it. All right, I'm just going to continue on with the rest of my thighs. I've got around about 700 grams worth of chicken thighs there. All right, nice and easy to do. Right, I've put those on a little bit of baking paper just to separate them, because if you put the thighs on top of each other, they're just going to stick together, and that's not what we are after today. Right, I've got a fry pan, got a little bit of heat happening there, a knob of butter, in goes 1 brown onion, thinly sliced, just like that. You can use brown, you could use a red onion, you can use a white onion. It doesn't really matter for this dish, as long as it is an onion. It's going to give us some good flavour. I'm just going to cook those through nice and carefully until they go sort of translucent. If you want a little bit more of a brown tinge to your onion, by all means cook it until it's that way. So they're cooked to the way I like it. I'm going to remove that onion from the pan, put that aside, because we're going to use those a little bit later on. Alright, nice and easy. Another knob of butter, a little bit of vegetable oil straight in, let everything melt down, everything's going to go nice and foamy, and all we need to do now is add our chicken thighs in to our pan. Move it around a little bit, make sure nothing's sort of sticking, and it shouldn't in a non-stick pan, but we just want to make sure we get some of that flour into that oil. There's a really good reason for that, and I will show you a little bit later on. I'm going to cook those off for around about 5 minutes or so. Okay, it's not going to take very long at all, this dish, but if you take your time and do it right, it's going to work out beautiful in the end. But 5 minutes is up. I'm going to give those a flip. Look at that beautiful golden brown colour that we've got on that chicken. I'm going to cook these off around about 90% of the way through, not all the way, because I'm going to go with another little extra step. Okay, so remove those once they are basically 90% cooked, just like that, and we can start with our next batch of chicken thighs. Alright, as I said, 5 minutes per side ish, and we'll be around about right. Now I'm going to take these off in a minute, and I'm going to basically see what they're like on the inside and see how far I have cooked them, and I'm pretty happy with that, around about 90%. Right, so we're going to simply slice up all of our chicken, put it all in the pan in those nice little strips like that. Put in our first 2 that we've already cut as well. That can go straight into the pan for around about 90 seconds to 2 minutes worth. Alright, just to get them to around about a 95% cooked all the way through. Alright, you can go even a little bit further. We want these nice and juicy and tender. And if you haven't had a country style gravy and chicken before, well, you really don't know what you're missing. The flavours are beautiful, and it's just all done in one pan. Right, I've removed the chicken, put that aside. Let's make our gravy. In goes a knob of butter, like that once again, just for our cardiologist's sake, so we can flip out next time we get our cholesterol checked. A little bit of vegetable oil again, and I'm going to season this oil and butter up. A little bit of white pepper, a little bit of black pepper, not a lot, just a little bit of extra. Alright, and who doesn't like a little bit of extra? Alright, so I'm going to season that up. I'm going to wait for that to sort of melt, and I'm going to add in what was left of our seasoned flour. Okay, so we're going to add that to that oil and butter, and that flour is going to start absorbing all of those beautiful fats that we've just put in. and we want to cook that flour out so we don't end up with a real floury tasting gravy. We can add in all of our onion and onion juices, okay, just like that, and that's going to add a real nice flavour to this beautiful gravy that we're about to make up. I've got a litre of chicken stock sitting off to the side, and we're simply just going to start making our gravy up. Pour a little bit of chicken stock in, give that a bit of a stir. That flour is going to absorb all of that chicken stock, okay? So as it gets absorbed, we can add a little bit more chicken stock. We stir it around again, it gets absorbed, we add a little bit more chicken stock, and I'm doing it this way so I don't end up with any lumps, and I don't need to use a whisk. I hate using a whisk in a sauce. Alright, so if we just keep doing this along the way, everything is going to be hunky and dory. Alright, we're going to get to a point where we'll be able to add in the last bit of our chicken stock, which, as you can see, everything's combining quite nicely. I'm going to add in all the rest of that in a second, and we're going to be able to simmer down our gravy nice and slowly. Alright, there's our gravy. We've got it just so slowly starting to reduce. All we have to do now is add our chicken back in and let it cook that last little percentage off. Won't take very long at all at this point. Okay, now we're just about ready to get serving. Alright, I'm just going to move that aside. I'm going to get my serving dish. I'm going to use this one for today, and add your chicken and gravy straight into that serving dish, just like I'm doing right there. And you can serve this any which way you like. I had a beautiful ripe avocado. I'm going to serve that up as my vegetable factor, and some carbs, some beautiful wedges that Mrs. KP has fried up in the deep fryer. How easy was that to do? Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. Really do appreciate it. If you like this video, hit that like button. Gives me confidence. Should make you feel warm and fuzzy too. Don't forget to hit that notifications bell. You'll be notified every time a new video goes up. Please share this video with all your friends on all platforms of social media. We're trying to get the name of KP's Kingdom out there. Please leave a comment. I love reading and I love responding to them. If you want to learn how to make a nice little budget country style dish like this, well, you need to come and join the family, my family. Hit that subscribe button, and I will catch you next time. Bye.